Like, it's all good for here, but when you try and get down to here, oh no, that's a mess. It's that time where I open the box of products that I have finished over the past few months and update you on whether I like these things, whether I would repurchase them or not, or whether I thought they were complete crap. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So as you saw in the intro, it is time for another Empties video. This is the third Empties video that will be on my channel, and oh my gosh, there is so much stuff in here that it is not funny. Because I tell you what, there's a lot of things in this box right now. So the first thing in the Empties box is the Skinstitute Lactic Cleanser. So a few months ago I was invited to go get a facial done at Laser Clinics Australia, and this was where I was introduced to Skinstitute products. And oh my gosh, I'm actually about to do a big video on Skinstitute products and what I think of them and how they've impacted on my skin and my skincare. So keep a lookout for that one. But I'll give you a little bit of a sneaky peeky. I have already repurchased this. The next thing I have finished up is the Nivea body lotion, and this is the Irresistibly Smooth one. Nivea does my favourite body moisturisers of all time because they don't leave you feeling sticky, greasy or slimy, because no one wants to go to bed feeling like a slime ball. And they really deeply moisturise. So already got a backup of this one. This is the Elements Bioactive Chi Aromatherapy Revitalizing Tonic. So I was gifted this when I went to my first Bloggers United event, which was 3 years ago now. Oh my gosh, that is such a long time. Yeah, 3 years ago now. I did like it. I found it really refreshing, but I can honestly say I didn't really feel like it did anything. Like, it just felt like spritzing water on your face. But when I saw the price tag for this, which I think at the time was like $55, I'm sorry, I cannot pay $55 for something that feels like water being sprayed on my face. And now let's get this one out of the way because we all know and love them. So I have finished up a mini bottle and a large size bottle of the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I know that a lot of you guys love this, and you know what, I love it too. I've already repurchased it because it's a holy grail product. But yeah, just God in makeup removal. Next up are the Biore Charcoal Pore Cleansing Strips. I don't know about you guys, but I find that pore cleansing strips don't get stuff out of my skin. I find that sometimes I still look at my skin and there's still whiteheads in there, and I don't know if that's something that I'm doing wrong. I leave it on for long enough. Sometimes I leave it on for longer than you're meant to. I've tried ripping it off in different ways, but for some reason I just can't get the gunk out of my face. I just can't seem to get the dirt off my face. I do really enjoy these because it does get a lot of the stuff out, but it doesn't get all of it out. At least that's what I found anyway. I would repurchase the black ones because personally I find the black ones more satisfying because you can see all the white bits, whereas with the white ones, if you want to see what it's pulled out of your skin, which for some reason is so oddly satisfying, you kind of need to get like your phone torch and kind of like move it in different ways to see it. But yeah, I'll definitely be repurchasing these. Hey, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I went through that many. I could go back to back soon. I have finished up 2 MAC Prep and Prime I have finished up 2 MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus sprays because this is my holy grail. So over the past few months I have finished up these bottles. I've got one left on the go because it's expensive for a setting spray and I can't bear to depart my money like that. But then I'll happily go out and buy like a $100 eyeshadow palette, so I don't know where the logic for that one was. I currently have some other setting sprays on the go. I have some NYX ones and some other ones. I didn't like how they made my skin look after I sprayed them. Some of them felt really sticky and really yucky, and I didn't really like that. But there's something about this that just makes everything settle really nicely, really beautifully. And it's also really good to spray before your makeup. I find that it works really well as a primer as well. So already bought this, will forever buy this because this is like. Next up, I have finished up one of the Maybelline Brow Dramas. Now this one is in the shade Dark Brown. I didn't mind this. It was not the best brow setting gel I've ever had, but it definitely wasn't the worst. But the one thing that I have to comment on is this brush. On camera, for some reason, this brush does not look huge, but oh my gosh. Like, it's all good for here, but when you try and get down to here, oh no. That's a mess. I'll be repurchasing this one again because I do prefer Benefit Give Me Brow and the Make Me Brow from Essence as well. But, you know, it was good to give a go. Daily dose in my Empties video of the Australis Fresh and Flawless Face Powder. You know, I love this stuff. finished some more, so in the pile. I have the Revlon Ultimate All-in-One mascaras in the red tube. I have fallen in love with this. I got sent one of them and I had to repurchase another one, which I'll get into why. But this is hands down one of the best drugstore mascaras I have ever tried. One of them I'm getting rid of because it is a waterproof formula and I can't stand waterproof because it's just too hard to get off. Can't deal with that. But this one I just finished up because I just couldn't stop using it. But I love this to pieces and it is my favorite mascara. If you haven't gone out and tried this before, you really need to. Next up, I finished the CoverGirl Stay Luminous Foundation. I loved this. It smelled like popcorn when I applied it to my skin, but the finish of this was amazing. Already got another one. Another daily dose in my Empties video of the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner. As you would know from previous videos, I love this. Love this. Got 4 more. Next up, I'm chucking out this palette. This is the Essence Happy Girls A Pretty Contouring Set. So yeah, this is just what it looks like. Oh my god, the postman, is he coming for me? No, he is driving away. The reason that I'm getting rid of this is because, you know, this contour powder, oh, it's not a contour powder. That is the chalkiest thing I have ever used in my entire life. I have much better and I'm not going to let it sit and rot away in my collection. Next up, I'm getting rid of my Anoxa Cover and Correct Concealer Palette. So you're probably going to ask, like, you know, why? I have had this in my collection for over 4 years. I've had this in there for so long. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea of color correcting, but I don't necessarily think this is the right palette to do it with. I find that some of these colors are really hard to blend, and if you take a little bit too much, it goes the longest way and it is so hard. I find it a bit kind of sticky and tacky to work with, and honestly I'm just throwing it out because it's old and because, you know, I didn't feel like I needed it in my collection anymore. Next up, I have used up the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. This was one of the setting sprays I did not enjoy using. A lot of people absolutely love this, but I really just didn't. I found it really sticky, really wet, and I found that when I sprayed it, it didn't come out in an even mist. I found it really like kind of like splotchy, if that makes sense. And I didn't like how it made my makeup look. It felt kind of tacky, and you know what? I didn't enjoy this. Next up, I used one of the Face of Australia Face Base Primers with vitamin E and chamomile. This was one of those products that I felt did nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. I used it up because I paid for it, but I would not be repurchasing this one again. Then we have the Maybelline Baby Skin. I actually really like this. I do have the Professional and I've got the Baby Skin, and to be honest, I kind of prefer the Baby Skin better. I try to steer away from primers like this though, just because they do have silicone in them, which can clog your pores and give you breakouts. And at my current stage in my life, I have really acne prone skin for some reason. So I won't be repurchasing this now, but if my skin clears up, I definitely will. Next up, I'm throwing out the Australis Metallics eyeshadows. Now this is another product that a lot of people talk about, or at least in the Australian beauty community, and I just don't like. So these are cream eyeshadows. Don't get me wrong, they have some of the prettiest shades, but I find these really hard to blend out and really hard to work with powder eyeshadows. So unfortunately, these will have to go. Next up, I have the travel size of the Roller Lash. I've completely finished this up. This is another one of those products that everybody raves about and everybody talks about, and I just don't see it. I personally really love the They're Real mascara, which a lot of people don't love, but I happen to love. I think it's because I like really lengthening mascaras because I feel like it really opens up your eyes. I do have a full size of this, but I will definitely be repurchasing the They're Real one instead. Also throwing out this Essence Happy Girls Pretty Girls blush because, you know, it's another one of those pointless blushes. So I just swatched it and it just looks like a shimmery white powder, but it's not a blush and it's definitely not a highlighter. So it's kind of another one of those pointless products. So I don't see the point in keeping it anymore. So it is going in the bin. I actually hate that I'm throwing this out, but I'm literally throwing this out because it's 5 years old. But this is the NYX Powdered Blush in Apricot. And before someone makes a comment, I'm throwing it out because it is not the same as what it used to be. There is no pigment left. It's just, the quality is not good anymore. I'm not saying it is bad. I will definitely be repurchasing this again, but at the moment I have a lot of blushes, so I don't feel the need to go and purchase another one. But I'm so sad that I have to say goodbye to this one for now. I have finished up another foundation. This is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Foundation. I didn't have to repurchase this one because Rimmel reformulated it, which I'm still yet to try out. But I really like this foundation because it kind of has little glitter particles in it which are not obvious. But when you put it on your face, you just look so awake, and just it makes your skin look so glowy and literally healthy. And I just really love this for a drugstore foundation. Another thing that I'm throwing out is the Essence Winter Wonderland palette. Now, this is such a gorgeous palette. But the same thing, the pigmentation is just not there. Just really hard to blend, not very good, not... Next up, I'm throwing out a Rimmel Scandalized Precision Micro Eyeliner, and the reason that I didn't like this is because it was really hard to work with and it wasn't as opaque. When I wear liquid eyeliner, I like opaque. It has to be black as you can get, otherwise it's not going anywhere near my eyelids. So we have the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer and the Essence Stay All Day Concealer. I love the Essence Stay All Day Concealer. I don't know what it is about it. It doesn't give the fullest coverage, but it makes the skin look really nice, and it's really good if your foundation is kind of lighter coverage and you want to add a little bit extra. And I love this. The CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation was one of those things that I purchased when I wanted to get the matching set out of the collection. But I didn't really like it. I found it kind of watery, and I just felt like, I don't know, I just wasn't a fan, and I think there's better concealers out there, so I won't be repurchasing that one again. That's it for my empties video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.